So, Andre, we talk all the time about how Border Zero makes life easier for engineers, but I think it's important for us to focus a little bit on the security side of things. After all, our goal here is to balance like productivity and security. So, I keep hearing a lot about zero standing privileges. Can you explain further?
Yeah, so zero standing privileges basically means no one has permanent, always on access to sensitive resources. So instead, access is granted just in time when you need it and revoked when you're done. Essentially, you close the door behind you when you're done. And if you need access again, you'll have to ask for it.
All right, but can you give me some concrete examples? Like when and where is it appropriate to use long-standing versus zero-standing privileges?
Yeah, it's all a compromise. So, first off, Border Zero, we make it really easy to provide long-standing privileges to resources and do that securely. So we allow you to define these policies and we make access decisions based on your identity, group membership, and other contextual checks like, did you complete your security training in Vanta or what's the time of day or your geolocation, right? So all these checks are great for automated routine access decisions to resources.
Mhm.
However, maybe for higher value systems, like think of your production database, you may not want to use long-standing access, right? You may not want Andre to decide at any point in time to go into prod database and start prodding around. Instead, you want users to maybe explicitly request access
Mhm.
for a short amount of time and provide a justification, right? So that request can then route to a manager or a peer for approval. And only once approved can I access it for, maybe 2 hours or one day or something like that.
Okay. All right. I mean, I get the reasoning behind this, but if I'm an engineer and I have to be requesting access all the time, I mean, you have told me some real horror stories about what that can look like. So, how have we made that process easier?
Yeah, so definitely quite a few horror stories there. Like I remember cases where, you have to submit a ticket and like wait 5 days just to get access to something, right? And that's not really just in time access. So we've made that process as easy as possible as well. So for example, you can go to our client portal, see everything you have access to, and request access to things that you need access to. And a lot of our customers live in Slack as well. And so they live and breathe in Slack and they want to do everything from there. So we have created a Slack app as well with a slash command. And from there, you can see everything you have access to, request access to resources for a certain amount of time, and even launch access to servers or databases or internal websites, all from within Slack.
Okay. All right. So I get it. I mean, it sounds like if I am in the right group, I'm going to get access to a dev environment. But if there's a more sensitive resource, I want to touch prod, for example, then I need an extra check. So that all
Mhm.
feels very appropriate.
Yeah, exactly. It's not about roadblocks everywhere. It's about the right amount of checks and balances in the right places so that engineers get the flexibility and agility that they need to get their work done. But for critical systems, we do need some extra guardrails.
All right. Okay. So hypothetically, I'm a security practitioner and I want to strike this balance for my team. I'm setting up Border Zero. What are the things that I should be keeping in mind when I'm doing these permissions, these policies?
Yeah, so three things I'd say. Maybe first off, tie all of your infrastructure access to your existing identity provider, like Okta or Google or whatever you're using, right? So that way, user management stays simple, onboarding, offboarding, etc. And for users, they can now log in to their servers, databases, Kubernetes clusters using their existing single sign-on identity, which allows you to eliminate like shared credentials or static passwords. That's a huge win. Secondly, we can help you log everything. So you have a complete record for compliance and audits, and you know exactly who accessed what, from where, when, and what happened during these sessions. And we even risk score them. And then finally, if you do need sort of zero standing privileges, we provide you with a just-in-time access system that helps you implement zero standing privileges. And this way, you always have sort of that second person checking if access should be granted or not.
Okay. All right. So now I'm curious. Can you talk a little bit, show me a little bit about what it looks like from the admin perspective for setting up those just-in-time access requests?
Yeah. So let's look here. What you see here is essentially a access request that was approved. So here you see the timeline. The bottom you can see the user that requested access, from where, for how long, with a reason or a justification, maybe a ticket number. You can then see that it was approved by someone else, and now the user has access to it. You can see that the user actually accessed that particular resource, and that it eventually expired after the timer expired. And then you can on the right hand see the session details, and I can click on that and can even see exactly what happened during that session, right? And so for an auditor, this is amazing. They can see who requested access, with what justification, who approved it, when was it accessed, and what happened during these sessions. So you got everything at your fingertips.
All right. So it sounds like bottom line is that there are ways to ensure less risk, more control and visibility without hindering the team so that they can just get their done.